Me mama kwaba eba nature servant aso so. Idiane na at the kagaza. Emi se munni me dada. Ene de me nkwa na me nam. Ye wo no bebra ye mpa ho ntoma kyerem. Ene ye da foforo kra. Ye be pa ho nyina ntoma kyerem. Ise bi wo mu na se ohia bia. Na bomoden afre. Me pa cho ye nwa no mema ye ba mo. Eye mema adwu. Ye de ne nya de ufa ye se de purposely for a man ko a. Eye fu tirim. Wadwenim kufu na ase. Eye ho adwuma. Emma watinka no so bosoro ne masade no se eswakran pa wotimi di eye adwuma enti wotimi no for sa o kwa adwuma pa wotimi teki basa akono ne basa pese wo adwuma na wo boni yie ema oba no eni hye emma ye nigye ewo ha ya so de awrade ma eno ane atoka kakra ubebu ede amaye na me so afobie fibroid eya ade a eha ya adwin bebre fibroid into bi akwa aware fi bebre ni onya awo no wawo ye wadru a ye mfa se kan kan ebe melt fibroid ni bia mana ba bontin ama won so onya ye funu awoba fibroid da oba so a menu di adanse se ma okunu mo apasan enye adwuma ono woni fra no pa so nyure ni saying me na say piemu kwa na ebetumi so ase e ma ya himfie hu hia ye ai me nuama ahimfie no e hu hia ye pi so ohini ba himfie na fa himfie ho ye fi ana ho ogbo awura na fa himfie ho ye fi a pani so beka so ba esima hunni hudi hu sisi ohun abontin no na inside the under canoe ho no doctor ho no uyiyi ho niema e ho ntampe no hu hwehwiesie e wo se ho ye kuma na ohini bo wura ho a pie no kwa ye den ama no nti mu nuama me wo mu so de wo ho eno ane se obelunum bi bi be ho ho eno ano no na so ohini bo wura himfie ho a yiwe be fi ne chaw ewo ahemfie ho okwa obesan so ababiem na me kan me nka senwie ye kan se bia stroke stroke na so mfie bebre ni sia na eba ye nchen edebosumi mienu bosumi ni enfa oba the nature servant or wonju ye ditu se edu bebre wo system ni obi edi edu ho dance na mo amunim abaawa no munim ne nsa no adwuma na mo amunim enye spiritual eyimfa no woye physical so kan ene be ya enipa no wo so ho yade wo huhu no na wo sa ho na mani enso ka ho enti se wo stroke na sada wo so chem bebe se wo nsa na enye adwuma ana wo nan na enye adwuma ana wa no achim ana se untumi kwa keka ho kra na wo ba na so ye so a obehyew ama wanya ahoden ane na me se eba biem ye fra bibi ti se emma ye wo candy gonorrhea syphilis ye woni nyina wo e ka ho bebre na ma mema ye no so kofom e ka ho bebre susu na ye ma ye mu no ya himfie no e kwan ne ye kese so pesa himfie ni ka chum kete na wo samoje ni mu so ya free wo a wo ba the nature servant wo a omo ye health enya brofudu ye ha maya no wako nwrem okwa ye mutu akotete na wo de aye eduro ede ahye ene yade ye keka ho aye modi yade bi wo aye ntimi modi no afi so wo sa yade ni na se upe eduro a ebetumi afene tatahye a wo ba the nature servant afie ye so won sabeke no screen na wo hye no numbers na egusu no pa chobo modi na peke ne free eduro no mfa ho ne ba bia wo so wa buchi so wa African countries yeah so wa Ghana see baby uwo bia delivery fi ejuma e be send ya me da ma so da fofo e be share.
All right, so I'm here to talk about spirit and how people understand spiritual people, and then also give a little bit of an explanation on how we percept about knowing spirit, our perceptions about spirit, and how we picture them to be. People think the sketches that we see in books and also the pictures that comes out of how people explain them is exactly how they are. Of course, no, they are not like that. And I want to give you a clue of how spirits are and how you imagine them to look like and exactly how they are not. Okay, so first of all, you see, we've had pictures of for example, Jesus Christ. We've had so many examples of him. We had people coming out to tell us that, oh, he's not Jesus Christ, and for that matter we shouldn't worship him, and he's not like that. You see, you can clone me as nature servant, you can clone me, and that particular clone will look exactly like me. But one thing you should know is that you can never clone my God gift, whatever energy God granted in me or gifted me, you cannot clone it. Okay, so people can come out to write stories about nature servant. I can go out there to speak about someone that I know. There are so many ways that we come out to say things that we think in quote is written in books, and that it is true. I want you to understand, if you're looking for spirits and you want to find out how spirits are, they are not like humans. Okay, they are not like humans. Some of them have the shape of humans, but you cannot identify them. They cannot be touched. Okay, we have people have human, and we have people have spirit, have human, have spirit. All right, so you see, cloning me, fine, it's 100% guaranteed, but you cannot clone my spirit into that thing. That is what I want you to know. So when you are reading the books, when someone is explaining spirituality to you through books, get to know that the person has no knowledge of what spirits are. They are not gifted. That is why they are deriving whatever energy they think they know from the book. I, nature servant, for instance, I can't be compared, and I don't want to be compared, and I don't know how to say it. I am just gifted, and whatever I say is how I see it, and I always have the right to remain silent, because anytime they want to talk to me, or there is something I have to see, I just give myself the breath. I breathe out and breathe in, and I will just be exposed to whatever they want to show me. Sometimes when they want to talk to you, they freeze your memory, they freeze your brain. After talking to you or showing you something, they bring you back to your senses. So when someone is showing you some spirit from books, get to know that whoever sketched that spirit was not a spirit, was a human being like me. Just as I am here, you can go out there to say things about me, you can go out there to say so many stories about me, but you might not be able to tell the truth. That is the reason why I'm saying you can clone me, but you cannot or never clone the gift that I have in me. You understand? So when you want to see spirits are just unseen beings. Some are just like holograms, some are shapeless, some are in a form of animals. They are just like that. Some are very attractive. They are not in a form of humans, but you feel like, okay, let me get close to them. Some are scary, but you don't have to be scared of them. This is their nature. Just as human beings, we have the obolo, we have the fat type, we have the slim and extra slim type, we have fair people, we have whatever caramel, whatever color. We have all sort of shapes in this world as humans. The same thing applies to the spirit, and for them, they hide themselves from us because they know when we see them, we will be scared. So it takes people who already have the gift of seeing that can identify that this is a spirit. So whoever reads about spirit from books, I want you to understand that when they are reading it, they should be able to tell you the shape of that spirit, what they feed on, what makes them understand, what can you do to please them, and the things you shouldn't do, because spirits do not eat dead things. Once I saw a video, someone was like, when you kill a cow, I have seen spirit eating the flesh of a cow. That is 100%. Is it typical? Big fat lie. Spirits do not feed on, they don't feed on dead things. Spirits feed on things that are living, like blood. Spirits do not feed on flesh. That is what I want to tell you. They don't eat flesh. Anything that is dead, immediately the soul gets out of something, they don't like it. But the blood is what they want. But when the blood is within you, they do not like it. But when you pour it out, that is what they feel like. Drinking it, sucking it, appreciating you for what you've done for them. So I always ask myself, how did people even come out with the story of I had the tie of the woman, and when we sacrificed the human being, I was able to get the head. I chewed the arm, I chewed the leg. You did what? Tell me you destroyed the body, you destroyed the leg and made it waste, but you cannot eat it. Spirit do not feed on flesh. They only appreciate blood. So when someone is coming out to tell you today that, okay, this is who I am, and I am going to tell you exactly how things are, and spirit in it, spirit that you want to please, you have to do this, you have to do that. Someone will ask me, why do we also pour libation? We pour libation because the content of the alcohol, 50% of it is water, but the spirit side of it, they inhale it. They inhale the spirit, but the content that made it plenty is water. That is why when you pour, after pouring libation, you see that the water aspect of the alcohol will just get down into the soil. That is why I always say that it's not good for you to pour libation on a floor tile or maybe a cemented place. We always pour libation on the ground. You have to connect to the earth. So they either inhale or they take blood. So people come out, they say things that they think the book says. Whoever writes books, they say it's the Holy Spirit that is directing some people. So let's assume nature servant is no more and you want to write something about me. You need to get direct to me. So I tell you things that I see myself, just like I've been interviewed severally. You need to get direct to me. So this is how I see things. This is how they act. This is how they live their life, and this is how they look like. This is how I see them. You write it according to how I see them. Okay, when I was saying it, you were not even there. So whoever came to tell you that this is what nature servant said, you are going to misinterpret my words. You go out there, you misinterpret my words, and you might add up to it or deduct something from it. That is why we are having severe and serious problem reading the Bible and getting vivid understanding, because whoever interpreted this book has killed us. Just as people are coming out to read spiritual books but not getting answers, they are not getting the mere answers, the very important part of the books they are not able to tell us, because they are reading it just as read, but they are not reading it as gifted people who will understand the words of the book. So I'm telling you, when someone come out reading books to you, get into your head and understand that that person might not be gifted to know what he or she talking about. I'll get back to the part 2. Thank you so much.